In order to get an outside opinion, we're taking the evidence to Richard Jones to get his thoughts.
Annie, do you know who your killer was? Was it Kosminski?
After seeing what we found, Richard was intrigued by our evidence.
It's fascinating. I mean, it's interesting how it's the name that does it.
All of our evidence we've collected points to Aaron Kosminski.
The two highest-ranking police officers on the case also came to exactly that same conclusion.
I think we got our guy.
That's a fascinating find, and the one thing I didn't want to do was influence you, so I was very vague about my beliefs of who I thought he was. But you nailed him.
To get an informed outside opinion, we took our findings to NICU.
This was caught on our camera. This happens immediately following Austin's question.
Did you become a Strigoi?
No way. I don't think that something or somebody can produce that in the middle of the night in the castle. And I know exactly the location of the room. I was there many times.
There was nobody in the room but me and Molly.
Wow.
So we came to Transylvania to see if Vlad the Impaler reached immortality.
Definitely something is going on in that castle.
It have to be something spiritual or something like the vampire, which can approach you unseen. Very possible to be here today.
But because Hector and Adam had an entirely different experience, we're going to our expert Barbara to get her opinion.
I'm very curious. What happened?
I saw a white haze, and it was very large, and it was getting brighter. And we felt a sense of calm that was brought on by Lucrezia. I believe that Lucrezia could have been innocent.
My mind has not changed. Lucrezia Borgia was a killer in life. She is guilty of what the history books say. And I think my friends have been tricked. She's putting on a facade of being nice. That's what it seems to me and Molly.
Maybe you saw her like an angel because she met you for the first time. And after, when you started to call her out, she had real evil inside.
I think Lucrezia Borgia murdered people and manipulated my team against each other.
I think like you about Lucrezia Borgia.
Good to see you. So you guys were up on the building on the hilltop?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were in the hunting lodge. We read that document that you gave us and basically indoctrinated Austin into the Hellfire Club. Do you accept membership in the Hellfire Club?
Absolutely. Now tell me, did you kill women here?
Did you hear a yes?
Something's coming for it, you know?
As far as you were concerned, there was a presence of some kind there responding to what you'd done.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
What we can deduce from that is whatever is there reacted and presumably would be a member of the Hellfire Club.
Okay, that's interesting.
We wanted to offer Austin as a vessel for the spirits to speak to us.
Okay.
Did the Hellfire Club kill people or not?
Sounds like members of them did.
Who?
Lord Santry?
The fact that he mentions Lord Santry, that's interesting, because Lord Santry was the worst Hellfire Club member.
Right. Whatever is there has completely taken him over. And in my opinion, it was a member of the Hellfire Club.
Certainly could be.
We had a discussion amongst our team, and this was a pretty clear verdict to us.
Based off all of our experiences and all the evidence that we captured both here and in Scotland, we really do believe that members of the Hellfire Club, including Lord Santry, committed the ritualistic murder of young women.
Well, it's an interesting conclusion to come to, guys. The Hellfire Club, by its nature, was a secretive organization, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they murdered women. And if the historical record is lacking, if there's evidence we can bring from some other source to that, well, why not?
Right.
David, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You're very welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're taking our evidence back to Manuel Novillo, an author and expert on the Maya civilization, to see if he agrees with our conclusions.
How you doing, Manuel?
I'm good, Greg. I'm good, Aston.
Well, let's get to it.
Something is definitely here. Adam, Molly, and I went to the ball court. We were there for a little bit, and out of nowhere, Molly sees a white figure walking in front of an unexcavated ruin at the High Temple.
I know that one. I know it, yes.
We decided to hold our investigation right in front of this unexcavated ruin, and that's where we had our breakthrough.
Is Lord Smoking Shell responsible for the downfall of the Mayan Empire?
No way!
Oh my God. This is amazing. I mean,
Between Lamanai and St. Herman's Cave, it seems like Lord Smoking Shell's selfish sacrificing for his own
personal gain.
Exactly, his personal gain was a factor that initiated the downfall of the ancient Mayan Empire.
Wow. I think you're right. You are answering a question that has been debated for decades.
Thank you so much for your help.
Welcome. It was a pleasure.
We're taking our new evidence back to our Humberstone expert, Cesar Cifuentes, to see if we have reached the right conclusion about the Humberstone mining town mystery. Cesar, thank you so much for meeting with us again. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Molly and I worked our way into what is the blacksmith shop, and we actually got some answers. And we'd like to play this for you right now.
Okay, see if you can hear a voice.
Okay. Sí, fue una masacre.
See?
Sí.
It really sounds like we did not murder him.
That's exactly what we heard.
Wow. Sí, no, tienes razón.
Yeah.
Sí.
So this could have been the British owner of Humberstone who's being defensive, saying, we did not murder. When in fact, employees were dying from horrendous working conditions, which led to the miners striking.
Sí.
Well, we went to the engine room, and I started to ask about the terrible working conditions, and if Humberstone was responsible for people leaving this mining town. Then one of our devices called a tri-field meter went off, and right after that, we heard what sounded like chanting. Did James Humberstone have something to do with it?
Whoa! Wow, man. Wow. Wow.
He's hearing, "Get out of here, thieves."
Is that something they would have chanted at a protest?
Absolutamente.
So to this day, people are still protesting against Mr. Humberstone and the oppressive working conditions that he put in place there at the mine.
The resonance of what happened to them is still there.
Right.
And they're still to this day angry that they're not getting treated fairly, that people are dying.
Sí.
Would you agree with us that our evidence points to the owner, James Humberstone, being responsible for the mining town being abandoned and not General Renard?
Absolutamente. Sí, creo que sí.
That evidence you have there on the recordings, it sounds like it wasn't just abandoned for no reason. It was because of all the atrocities that happened there and the suffering, and that's the main reason why everyone left.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for your time. Cesar, we couldn't have done it without you.
Okay.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cesar.